So we've got the first plants outside. Really it's too early to bring the plants out, but because we've got so many plants they can't all be in the greenhouse. So the plants we've decided to bring out are the herbs, the first herbs, rosemary, and looks very similar, tarragon, this aracuna. They're quite big now, so they're quite strong. These can be outside. At night time we cover them with plastic and we put a little heater under the table to try and keep the temperature at 10 centigrade in here minimum. On the table over here, we'll go round, we have here the biggest plant. This is lovely, it's green mint, a very sweet green mint, one of my favourites, and doing really well. And these plants would be ready now for planting, either on the balcony or they could be outside if they were under this fleece. Okay, so these are the mints, the herbs, and then our first vegetable plants have just come out of the greenhouse. These plants shouldn't really be outside. They shouldn't really be outside yet. They're a little bit too small to be outside, but once again, because the greenhouse is so full, we have to bring them out. Okay, if we go next and have a look in the greenhouse, I'll show you some of our other plants. Okay, welcome to Green City Farms' new super greenhouse that we built in the early spring. And you can see here we have 4 tables in the greenhouse. Each table holds a little bit less than 1,000 plants. So in here we have about 1,000 plants, and this is about 20%, maybe 25% of the plants we grow. So this greenhouse will be filled 4 times during the spring before we finish the plants. The first plants we have here, well on this side actually, are the outdoor tomato plants. These have been grown first into small pots, and then when the plant gets to a decent size we transfer the plant into a 9 centimetre or 10 centimetre pot, and they can remain in this pot until we plant them in the field, which will be in about 5 weeks time. So it's going to grow to be quite a big plant before it's ready. Tomatoes, here we have Rosukali Brussels sprout plants, also soon ready to go outside. You could see maybe, these will soon go outside. On this side we have the onions. Now these are the onions that we grow from seed, not from istukas, onion sets. And you can see, if you can focus in on the plant, you can see, there's a good example, maybe here. You can see that there's actually more than 1 onion plant in each pot. There's 4 or 5 onions in 1 pot. And when the onions grow in the field, they'll be in like a clump of 5 onions growing together. Shallot onions, sweet onions, and red onions. Those are the 3 types of onions we're going to be growing. Okay, what else we got? Purjosipuli. Oh, this is a new one, it's still very small. Root celery, Juuri celery. It's a new one for Green City Farm. We want to try, and now we have salvia and some flowers. And that's all the plants we have at the moment. Yes. And these will be ready, most of these plants will be ready in the second half of May when we begin planting in the field.